So motivation is a big thing on Instagram if you haven't figured out. People post, those little motivational things with the big picture in the background of a car and a guy who's like really well dressed telling them the things they don't have. Then they'll buy whatever you're selling them. What's up, guys? So we're going to cover today motivational Instagram posts. You know, the ones saying things like, you can have this too if you just work hard enough. Well, yeah. And usually these are all like building up to buying some program or some get rich quick scheme. This Instagram channel really caught my attention. It's called Words of Wise Men, and this is specifically motivation for males. They have ones for females. A lot of the time, what's written on the post doesn't really make any sense. So I went through and picked out just some of the ones that I just thought were hilarious. Before we get started, I am starting a Twitch channel, which you can find the link to down below. I'm gonna be on there Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays. Okay, first post. My back is not a voicemail. Say it too. First off, props to the guy in the picture. Pretty well-toned back. The quote, though, doesn't really make much sense. Also, gonna go out on a limb here and say steroids. The whole quote, my back is not a voicemail, say it too. Is that like a play on the whole, talk to the hand because the face doesn't want to listen or some stuff like that? Next, we have this one. It's not about the money, it's about the lifestyle. This guy looks like he's sitting in a giant toilet bowl, which is weird because you would think, oh, he's sitting in a jacuzzi or something, but there's no jets or anything. It looks like just a literal toilet bowl. He's dressed in all leather. Like, you have to be pretty confident to pull off leather pants. And I don't know if I see a lot of rich, wealthy, well-to-do people wearing leather pants. Does anyone wear leather pants just like, not ironically? The lifestyle. It's like weird what people think is like the lifestyle of the rich and famous. Like, some people are like, oh, it's, hard work, late nights, having to make tough decisions about the company or whatever you're trying to build that's making you a lot of money. And then it's all the other people that think, oh yes, I drive around in Lamborghinis with leather suits on, sit in jacuzzi looking toilet bowls. No one made me. I made me. I think your mom and dad would beg a differ. I think they had a pretty big part in you coming about. This is the kind of person that gets on like a bus or is in a restaurant and just like pulls out a cigarette or a cigar and just starts smoking, even though it's a no smoking like area, and just doesn't give a crap. Why I'm single. 2% because of my shyness, 3% because I don't flirt, 95% because I respect women. Are you sure those are like the percentages of why? Not to get like super political, I've never understood how flirting is the same as being disrespectful to women. Have I just been doing it wrong my entire life? Like, do you really think like shyness is what like keeps the women away? Could it be perhaps that you kind of look like a douche? Now, this next one has to be probably one of the most pretentious ones I found. I guess I am in love triangle. I love myself loves me loves I. I'm trying to say that. Lots of wrong English there, friends. But secondly, how pretentious can you be? Oh yes, I only love me, myself, and I. Probably going back to the next one, the reason you're single is because you probably think like this. I only love myself. Yeah, people don't tend to be really attracted to you when you go, yeah, I'm in a love triangle. I love myself loves me loves I. Although I do have to give him props for that beard. That is a nice full beard. Here's another just gem from Words of a Wise Man. Don't be sad over someone that would have given you ugly children. First off, how do you even know? Or is this just like one of those things, I got to break up, where you go, oh yeah, she totally wasn't my type, that's why we broke up. It was really more me than it was her. Like, no, she dumped you because you love yourself and apparently you respect women. And wouldn't that like be half on you? Like a child is like half of each parent, so wouldn't that be half on you? Also, what does this picture have to do with anything about the quote? It looks like one of those like kids that goes on spring break to like a foreign country, but they don't know the name of the foreign country, so they just kind of BS their way to make it look like they're really worldly. Giving her a lift in your Lambo is the best revenge during she waiting for a bus. I swear these get harder and harder to read as I go on. This feels like some like Jake Paul kind of stuff. Like this came right from the brain of Jake Paul. Perhaps Jake Paul owns all of these channels. Pretty sure that she wouldn't get in the car. Like, let's set that scenario up. You're driving down the road. You've just recently become rich. You've blown all that money on a Lamborghini instead of doing something smart with it. You've blown it all on that Lamborghini. You're driving down the road. You see your ex-girlfriend standing on the side of the road at a bus stop, which, let's be honest, would be highly unlikely, but for the sake, she's there at the side of the road with the bus stop with the other, people. And you pull up in the bus lane, which, by the way, illegal in some cities. You can't do that. But you pull up and you're like, hey, you remember me? And she's like, oh yeah, I totally remember you. We broke up. Yeah, look at me now. I have a Lamborghini. You want to take a ride with me? No thank you. I don't really want to get in the car with someone who I haven't seen in a long time and I don't really know. You're lost then, and you just peel off and you're just so happy with yourself. Yeah. I think there's a reason she broke up with you, and the fact that you would drive and call her out on the side of the road in front of people, I think that may have something to do with why she broke up with you. Here's another just wise men word, or word of wise men, or whatever. Money may not buy happiness, but it's better to cry in an Audi. Is it better to cry in an Audi, or is it just kind of sad? And I mean, that dude looks really cool. Probably not his Audi. Not to get all deep and philosophical here and what's the meaning? Isn't long-term happiness better to have for your health, both mental and physical, than just gobs of money? You have nothing except this Audi and a bunch of money and probably a big house and lots of nice clothes, and you can go on expensive vacations with models who probably don't really care about you all that much, but they go anyway. Now, this one I've heard a lot, and I actually used to have a soccer coach back in middle school who would always say this whenever we would lose a game. Don't cry because it's over. Smile because it happened. And I always used to think, as I'm, sad we lost the game, what a stupid thing to say. What the dumbest thing you could say to somebody. Don't cry because it's over. Well, what else am I supposed to do? Jump around and be like, yeah, we lost. It's over. We're not going on to play for the championship or whatever. We don't need any of that. But we're just happy we played. No. I wanted that damn championship. And what kind of mentality is that if you want to be like a wise man, with all these expensive cars and everything? You just don't give up and be like, yeah, I'm happy it happened, but I'm not going to cry because it's over. This next one, I just don't really get what they were thinking. I don't really get what they were thinking. Don't become a philosopher until you become a millionaire. Plato, Aristotle, rolling in the cash. Gandhi, swimming in it. What a douchey thing to say. I'm sorry, but you may be enlightened and all, but you're not a millionaire, so we don't want to listen to you. The person who created this page and makes these are the typical kind of Chad. A super square, a major douchebag, a male typically ranging between the ages of 17 to 28 who thinks he has swag but really has no swag. And for our final one, just to bring it on home, a boy bought his own Maruti Suzuki Alto is more successful than the boy who show minus off his dad's Audi. The previous quote where the guy was so gay to cry in Audis, that was his dad's Audi? Are all of these interconnected? There's so many this one says this one, but then this one says this one, which is the opposite of what that one said. I'm so confused. So there you go. Words of a wise man. I don't really know if these qualify as wise words. Kind of douchey words. If you ever want to just look at a bunch of pictures of people standing on really nice beaches or in front of really nice cars, this is the thing for you. Now, that's not saying that all motivational pages on Instagram are bad. There are a lot of good ones that actually offer help, tips and help and stuff. These types of motivational pages are great too, mostly for laughing. I wouldn't really follow anything they say because most likely you'll be wasting your money on stupid stuff. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up. I'd really appreciate it, and hit that subscribe button and that little bell notification so you'll know when I post a new video, which is every week. Also, if you want to follow me on any of my social media, and that's including my Twitch, those are all in the description below as well. I stream Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays. And in the comments, tell me, what do you think? What is the weirdest motivational quote you've ever heard? And I will see you guys next week with a brand new video.